much because she was taken, and debriefed and everything, and she had security guards all around her. So, I didn't get to see her much, but I'll get to see her today and hang out.
Was it cool for you to meet Vincent, the other member of her family, and then her family in general?
Yeah, I've been talking to Vincent a little bit through MySpace and stuff. So we've been chatting, and it's good to talk to Vincent. He's a good guy.
All the Donatos.
Dick, do you plan on giving Eric a talking to about his snide remarks regarding you and Danielle?
Oh, you're talking about snide remarks or the incestuous remarks? From what I understand, everything that Eric was talking about me and the comments that I made during Hell Week and Hell Day during that POV when we were both on the block the second time, the comments that he made were so completely over the top and over the line. At least I had the balls to say things to people's faces
that were actually true,
and not make up this disgusting things and talk about it, which I don't know if it went on Showtime or if it was on the live feeds, but I've heard quite a bit about it since then. And as a matter of fact, Janelle, that's one of the reasons that she hated Eric, was not just his comments when she came out for the Janelle Vision POV. She was very upset with the things that he was saying as well.
How are you and Janelle doing right now?
We're supposed to get together tomorrow.
Is this in your dream?
No, we're going to get together tomorrow before the party.
Dick, what would you have done if Jen had thrown whatever she was drinking on you when you dumped the tea on her?
I don't know. She's I don't know. Nothing that she ever did really fazed me. What did I do when she went slap happy and was smacking around my head trying to get to my cigarette and almost caught herself on fire? I kind of laughed at her. I probably just would have paid her back with one of her own. I don't know. I thought the Julie Chen question was hysterical. Do I want to apologize? And even looking at it, I was kind of disappointed. There wasn't very much tea in there, and I missed most of her head anyhow.
How would you deal with a player like yourself?
Wow, I probably would team up with him. We would just bulldoze through the whole place. Howie, holy smokes, I talked so much shit about Howie through the feeds and other ex-house guests, and Howie's my #1 fan, man. It's just him and Janelle were getting together going, man, if he had made it onto season 6, we would have killed the nerd herd. So I thought that was really, really funny, one of the comments that Janelle told me when we talked on the phone.
Nick, did your opinion of anyone change from watching the show after you got out?
Yeah, and I think that's just because of the context of the situation I was in. When you're in the house, you get to talk to people face to face, and you don't get to see all the shit that's happening behind the scenes. Because I was a grandpa and I went to bed early every night.
Yeah,
and then I get home and I'm like, what's happened? There was a late night crew that was actually an alliance. I was like, I didn't get it. So there's a lot of things that happen, and I saw people such as Amber and Eric and stuff like that. I saw the behind the scenes stuff, and a lot of opinions changed. And then I saw the stuff where they attacked Daniel and Dick, and obviously things change.
So is there someone in the house whose opinion changed for the worse for you?
For the worst?
Yeah,
it was Amber. She'd be #1 on it, yeah, because she confided in me in a bunch of stuff, and we're like supposedly brother and sister and tight, and
till the end.
Then I got home and I saw the way everything played out, and yeah, it changed.
Danny, we're of course getting the question about the money split and all that. Can you just make the official statement so that we can get it out of the way?
It is illegal to split prize money, but it is not illegal to buy gifts for people, and I'm open to receiving gifts. What can I do?
There's nothing that in the prize money we had. I think until like the final 5 and final 4, I said that it was such a team effort that and such a unique situation, and it's a goddamn shame they didn't put us on season 6 because we both would have ended up with 500 grand. But there's in the laws and the rules, so on and so forth. There's nothing that says that I can't pay for my daughter's college.
Or a car.
Like a Maserati kind of thing?
Hey.
Dick,
monkey.
you rock. This is from Heidi in Wisconsin. Sometimes there are things that just have to be said. Do you do that in real life? Call people out, tell them what you think. You can't get in that many verbal sparring matches in real life, can you?
Well, it depends if I'm talking to cell phone companies and things like that. Absolutely, I get hung up on all the time. No, but you're not thrown into an insane asylum with at least 5 lunatics. No, more. And have to live with them 24/7. You come across people like that in your real life, and you tell them to go fuck themselves, and you walk away, and you carry on with your day. I would describe Jen as like a horrible one-night stand that never ended for 2 months.
And like, don't believe Dick because, I mean, you think that you see face value, but he collects Beanie Babies. So, I mean, there's another side to Dick that
I lost the Beanie Babies in the divorce, okay?
And he made a tree to hang them on.
Touche.
This is true.
Now, there's a story.
The things I do for women.
Danny, have you talked to Lindsay? That's from Kiki, room 1.36.
Lindsay was at the finale. Of course, I talked to Lindsay. I couldn't have been happier, and I know she's watching. I love Lindsay. Oh my God, I was so happy to see her. You know, being in this house with people you hate who hate you, it's just like, give me a friend. I just want a friend. You know, I am a text addict, and me and Lindsay, we text all the time, and just, you know, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I just wanted to talk to Lindsay all the time, you know, tell her things that I was feeling, tell her things that were going on, knowing that she probably already knows because she's watching, but yeah, it was really nice seeing people I actually liked.
Yeah, that was very, very cool. Seeing people, period, was unbelievable. Jumping in on her question.
Again.
That's what you do. You're right.
Seeing my son and my mom was great. One of my other guests was Mike Muir, lead singer of Suicidal Tendencies, and him telling me how his website has just blown sky high, and people are asking him if he knows Dick, where before it was, you know, Mike kind of a thing. I found pretty amusing.
Speaking of your family, can you explain the secret code in Vincent's letter?
The secret code.
Dun, dun, dun.
The secret code. That whole thing was way, way, way irrelevant, number one, and way undefinable, where I couldn't even figure it out myself. So it did not matter. It didn't come into play. I mean, but by the time that I got it, was the fast forward week when I was HOH, and it was after that while Zach was already HOH. Was there 4 left? It was the final 4, I believe. And I mean, nobody expected Jamaica, or I don't think anybody expected Zach to be in the final 4. We kind of picked the final 4, and brought them in. So, no.
I think you said last night the one thing you felt bad about was having to betray Eric and Jess. At what point do you think they would have?
Jessica, not Eric.
We had heard that they had been planning that particular week with Jessica staying, or at least I had heard. I don't know if you heard. But they were talking about if they got HOH, working it to get one of us out that following week. So now that I'm hearing this, it worked out perfectly. You know, who cares? Somebody had to make the first move. Somebody had to make the first go. If, you know, this is the whole reason that we did vote Jessica out, was having, you know, me and Danielle here and Eric and Jessica here going at the HOH. You know, one of the two sides has to win. If they would have won, even if they would have put Jamaica and Zach up, one of us would have had to have been the replacement, and one of us would have gone home. And we couldn't have taken that chance. So the best option was to get rid of Jessica, go 3 in the HOH instead of 4 because Jamaica wasn't able to play. And we had a better odds at winning the HOH with the both of us going up against Eric, which I ended up winning. So, and Eric has made a lot of comments, let's kind of address this too, about that we were lucky that it was a fast-forward week, because if he had had his chance, America was going after Danielle that week, blah, 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 blah. The bottom line is, anybody watching the show knows that we took our time and strategized and worked out every single scenario. And
with
a lot
candy bars.
With candy bars, and tea bags, and Band-Aids, but we would have gone over every single angle, so on and so forth. And we owned Jamaica at that point. I mean, Jamaica, for her to stay in, even though it was a planned ahead of time, that last-minute deal, which I told Jamaica that she was going home in order to really solidify that deal and make her believe that she was going home. And that last-minute deal, she gave us, until the final 3, we had all of her votes. If she was HOH, she wouldn't put us up, or she wouldn't put us up together. Any POVs, anything that she got, we had.
What if she would have said no to your deal, just to be curious? Would you have still voted Jess out?
Yeah, you know, I was actually asked that in the diary room as well, and I was like, I'm going to probably keep her anyway because she's a terrible competitor. But if somebody is sitting there with a gun to their head saying, sign this contract, and, you know, you're going to live anyway, are you going to take that chance? You know, we made her believe that she was going home. So, and it had to be